So good day. We are group 9 of class EO1. So our DOE is all about 6-leveled elevator system with timer using 7 segments. So this is my partner, John Jonathan Troy Datu, and I am Naxel Pizarra.
So first we will present to you the working principle of our DOE. So the design of the elevator is a 6-leveled elevator such that the elevator decreases in level, which depends on the selected floor input by the user. The output of the selected floor is displayed on the 7-segment display. And the elevator system was designed to be able to go up in each level, which is up to 6 levels, and at the same time to go down in each floor until the lowest, which is the basement. So in each floor, there's a 5-second count for every floor. Whenever it goes up or goes down, 5 seconds each.
So for the chapter 1, which is the introduction, all the lessons and knowledge and simulation learned from our discussion and experiments, the group have an idea to make an elevator circuit that will be able to create a vertical transport system in each floor from the building. And the elevator system entails 6 levels, having B as the lowest, which is the basement, and 4 as the highest, which is the 4th floor. When we're in the application of flip-flops and not and OR gates, hex inverters, and 7-segment display are present using simulation in the software called Logisim. So there is also a feature of the elevator system wherein there is a downward and upward directions that creates a signal of the light emitting diode, which is the LED, having a 5 seconds count to reach every floor in the building. So the statement of the problem and objectives. So first, let us go for the statement of the problem, which is the circuit must go through in each level from basement to 4th floor in going upward and downward direction. The 7-segment display must be working to display the current level where there is an individual inside the elevator system, and the counter of the elevator should be accurate and controlled by the circuit. So our objectives is the aim of this elevator system is to create a system that applies the lessons being discussed during the previous lecture and presentation in every module that talks about the combination of circuits, gates, counters, truth tables, and other sources. Lastly, this system also paves way to build a circuit simulation that can be done and applied in real-life situations. So for our chapter 2, the components and truth table. So let us go first for the JK flip-flop. So this is the symbol or what you can see in JK flip-flop in a Logisim. So JK flip-flop is the most commonly used flip-flop. It is also known as the universal flip-flop, and the flip-flop is also related to RS flip-flop. Having the feedback that enables one of its input terminals, it has 4 possible combination because there is an additional of the clock input, which is 1 or 0, which is no change and toggle. So this is the JK flip-flop diagram, and this is the truth table for the JK flip-flop. So having this truth table, we can see that when C is high, J is 0 and K is 0, Q is latch, and the next is the latch. And having as ano yan, you can see all the truth tables are correct. Next is the T flip-flop. This is the symbol for the T flip-flop. It is a modified form of a JK flip-flop that operates in the toggling region, and it is named after the nature of the toggling operation. One of the most major application of T flip-flop are usually counters and control circuits. When the clock is low, its input will never affect the output state. And from this idea, the clock has to be high for the inputs to be active. So, ito yung truth table for the T flip-flop. Then next is the logical gates. So, we have used three logical gates, which is the AND gate, NOT gate, and OR gate. So, let us talk about first the AND gate. So, the AND gate is a logical circuit that tells when 0 is false and 1 is true, the gate is said to be true. And when both inputs are true or otherwise, the output is false. For the NOT gate, it is known as to be the logical inverters and mostly called as NOT gate to differentiate it from different types of electronic inverters components that has only one input. It is the reverse logic state when one is the input, the output is 0, and the vice versa. So lastly, for the OR gate is the logic gate that behaves after the logical inclusive OR. The output is true if either or both of the inputs are true. And when both inputs are false, then the output is false. And for the 7-segment displays, it is known as also a 7-segment indicator, which is widely used in digital clocks, electronic meters, and other electronic devices for displaying numerical. So this 7-segment display will be used for showing the floors in our elevator.
And so the binary decoder. So there is the block of a decoder. So a binary decoder is a logic device that accepts a digital input that are in binary form and activates one of its outputs. This device contains several outputs, and the one that is chosen to be outputted is activated by the code applied in the inputs of the device. It is possible to obtain 2n possible combinations with an n-bit code. So here, as you can see, n inputs and the 2 squared to 2 raised to n outputs. So let's say 2 raised to 4. So 4 is the number of inputs, and if we go 2 raised to 4 is equals to 16. So the outputs will be 16. So to decode that, we need to decode 4 inputs, and the output will be 16. 16 16 outputs. So the ease of use, part 3. So Logisim is used to conduct the simulation of the logic diagram. Logisim is a simulation software for logic circuit design and simulation that enables students to learn and to build circuit. And this simulation software is also has a simple interface that can be easily used and understood. So part 4 in methodology. So first is the timer counter. So in order to excuse me. In order to construct the counter as a timer, we used 3 T flip-flops. As you can see, which we end up creating the module 8 counter. So this counter counts up to 5 ticks. So module 8 counts up to 8, but we limited it into 5 counts, as that serves as a timer for the elevator system. So this timer counts up to 5 ticks or 5 seconds, then return to 0 and repeat the process. Reset button is connected to the clear operations of the flip-flops to reset the count when needed. A constant is connected to the input serial pin of the T flip-flop. As you can see there, the 1 constant. So a clock is connected to the clock pins. There with the arrow sign in the flop. So there is where the clock is connected. And the outputs from each flip-flop is then connected to the decoder to decode the serial inputs from the timer decoder. So there, that is the timer counter of our elevator system.
Next video.
Next. So here is the truth table for timer decoder. So we also needed a decoder for our timer. So to decode the binary inputs from the T-flops for the time itself, so that we will be able to proceed into the next step of our elevator system. So here, this is decoded. So this one is connected to the um, actually this is actually connected to the 7 segment. So there, here on the right side is the truth table of our timer decoder. And here is our up and down counter. So here we utilize 3 JK flip flops instead of um, T flip flops. So um, sorry. After constructing the timer counter, the up and down synchronous counter is built. JK flip flops are used instead of T flip flops, as I mentioned. So this counter serves as the direction indicator of the system, whether the user chose to go up or go down, depending on his desired direction. So the logic circuit is connected as shown in the PowerPoint. So 2 buttons are connected to the up and down serial inputs of the JK flip-flops. And a reset button is connected to the clear operations pin. And the clock is connected to the clock input pins of the JK flip-flops. The two input terminals are joined together and are connected into one button, the middle in the JNK of the JK flip-flop. So the outputs from each flip-flop is then connected to 2 systems. So the first is it is connected to the 7-segment IC decoder, which decodes the information, the binary output from this system from this up and down counter. And the second is that this is connected to the floor selector, the combinational circuit for floor levels. Next.
So for our
So here is a 7-segment decoder that will be explained by my partner. Next.
So for our 7-segment decoder, we have used 4 inputs, which is the enabler A, B, and C. So this is connected to have to be used for our 7-segment display. So when this A, B, C, D, E, F, and G is the pins for the 7-segment display. So since we need to have a output of base, which is known as 11111 in our output. So this should be turned on. And when we have as letter G for our ground, and 1, 2, 3, 4 for our first to fourth floor. So this is the binary inputs for the 7-segment decoder. So this is the truth table. So we have DCBA, D which is the enabler, and having for the basement of like what I have told earlier, which is we need to have a decoder output have for the basement, which is the letter B, for 1111111 to have an output of B, 011 for letter G, 0110 for the input of letter G, and having an output of 10111111. So as you can see, we have letter G, and for the first floor, we have a binary input of 0001 and a decoder output which is 0110. 10000, and for the first floor. Then for the second floor, we have number 2, 7 segment display output, having a binary input of 0010 and a decoder output of 110101. And for the third floor, we have a 7 segment display output of number of 3 and having a binary input of 0011, having a decoder output of 1111001. And for the fourth floor, we have a 7 segment display output of number 4, having a binary input of 0100, having a decoder output of 01100011. And for the floor selector system, we have made this circuit. So for the basement, we only use one AND gate and having a the 3 pins is connected to the NOT gate going to the AND gate and having this input of basement and which is connected to the OR gate. So since the basement will go up to the ground floor and will also the ground floor can also go down to the basement, we already use 2 AND gates for the ground floor for going up and going down. Next is the next part of the OR gate, which is connected having a 2 AND gates, which is the first floor for going up and going down to the ground floor. So for going up to the second floor, we use also same also for the first floor and also for the third floor. But in the fourth floor, we only use one AND gate because there is no going up for the fourth floor. So there is only a chance to go down. Then this 4 OR gate is connected to the another OR gate and it is connected to the NOT gate and will be connected to the output. So as you can see, when we create the whole elevator, when we have made the different parts of the elevator system, we came up with this whole elevator system circuit. So my partner will show the simulation later for the whole elevator system or how it works.
So for the part 5, the last part, the results and discussion. So the elevator system utilizes a 3-bit synchronous up and down counter to indicate the direction of the elevator and the operation of the system. The system contains 6 levels, specifically from basement to 4th floor level. So in total, 6 levels. As per the data gathered and conducted from the conducted simulation, the 7-segment display activates every 5 counts of the timer and display the decimal equivalent of the user's desire of level. So based on the user's chosen floor, so the elevator will go up and down for every 5 counts, and at the same time will show the current floor of the system. When the desired floor has been reached, the timer will keep on counting, but the floor level will not change. It will work and it will display the decimal value the user wanted to go. So it is concluded that the elevator logic circuit goes up when the up operation is activated and it goes down when the down operation is turned on. The elevator rises and recedes for every 5 seconds or counts for each floor, and the current floor is displayed in the 7-segment display.
So these are our group member contributions and this is our reference. So for our live simulation, it will be used by my partner. So
Off share screen ka muna siguro.
Stop screen muna ako.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Stop share.
Ano, disabled participant screen sharing pala. Enable mo, boss.
Okay, okay.
So, okay. So, here is our the whole circuit of whole elevator circuit diagram. So, let me just tell you that so this circuit is divided into 4 parts. First is the timer counter. The second is the up and down counter. And third is the floor level selector. And lastly is the 7-segment display. So how to operate? So first, let's activate the input there. And then let's auto assign you the clock. But first, frequency 2. So it automatically ticks on and off. Next, let's choose a floor. So our default floor is the basement. So let's say we choose to go 3rd floor, which is here. Then let's operate. Then there it will. Sorry, we forgot something. So we will just click the up, the chosen direction. So let's reset first. Then wait, wait pala. Okay, then let's operate. So it goes up to the ground floor. Then after 5 counts, we'll go to 1st floor. Another 5 counts. 2nd floor. Then lastly, the 2nd floor. So I just clicked the 2nd floor. Sorry. Yeah, so I just clicked the 2nd floor. It's so small, so wait. There, so I clicked 2nd floor, which is this one. So as you can see, the clock keeps on counting, but the floor is not changing, and we're in when we're in the 2nd floor. So if we wanted to go down, let's stop the operation, reset the clock, then let's say we'll go to ground floor here. Then turn off the up button, then click the down button, then let's the screen. So then let's operate. So now from 2nd floor, we'll go down to 1st floor, then another 5 counts. It will go to ground floor, and then it will just stay there in ground floor. So that's how our elevator system works. So once again, we are group 9, and these are 6-level elevator system with timer and 7-segment display.
So thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something from us.